Tonight, CBS News Miami investigates. A woman is suing after she says a former assistant state attorney intimidated her into testifying in a gang leader's trial. Her federal lawsuit targets current and former members of the state attorney's office. CBS News Miami's Abby Dodge is your reporter in the newsroom with that story. Abby?
Well, Tricia Jeter-Pinder says for years people working in the Miami-Dade state attorney's office led to her, it caused her emotional distress. She was a key witness in the prosecution and resentencing of her ex-boyfriend, Corey Smith, a gang leader in the late 1990s. He's now serving 30 years in prison. During the resentencing just 2 years ago, a judge removed now former Assistant U.S. Attorney Michael Von Zandt and another defendant in this lawsuit from Smith's case because of Von Zandt's actions. Those actions are now front and center in this lawsuit.
Nervous. From the time this happened, I've just been on edge. I'm not myself.
Tricia Jeter-Pinder says she's suffering 20 years after first appearing as a witness in the trial of a notorious Liberty City gang leader. Corey Smith, the leader of the John Doe's gang, is her ex-boyfriend. Jeter-Pinder testified at his original trial. His original death sentence was overturned, deemed unconstitutional. In 2024, Smith was being resentenced, and Jeter-Pinder and her attorney say she was pressured to testify by then Assistant U.S. Attorney Michael Von Zandt. The suit claims the former Assistant U.S. Attorney and others conspired to threaten her life, told her convicted murderers would come after her, and threatened to jail or prosecute her. Jeter-Pinder's attorney, Ariel Lett, says jailhouse phone calls recorded what Von Zandt was willing to do. In this clip, he's speaking to another witness about the case, LaTravis Galashaw, a convicted killer and witness in the Smith case.
I got an issue with her, but she's got an issue with me because she gave full and complete testimony in the last trial.
Yeah.
If I call her and she refuses, then I will find a way to make her unavailable, and then I can read her whole testimony.
You would want to do that?
No, I don't want to do it. I'd rather she testified and did a good job. But can I count on it? No.
The pause and the follow-up by that convicted murderer is really what gives chills down your spine when they're talking about that, right?
The calls have been public record since 2024. Lett says they filed the case 2 years later to seek justice for Jeter-Pinder and the community.
Just because Von Zandt is out does not mean that this state attorney's office has been cleansed. It's not.
The lawsuit says Jeter-Pinder suffered severe emotional distress, anxiety, paranoia about her safety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and other ailments. CBS News Miami reached out to the state attorney's office for a comment on this case and to confirm employment of attorneys and investigators named in the suit. They didn't have a statement, but confirmed 3 of the defendants still work there. Michael Von Zandt handed in his resignation after a judge dismissed him and the other assistant U.S. attorney from the Smith case in 2024. Von Zandt told me over the phone that he has not read the full lawsuit and has yet to be served.
Do you believe during your handling of the Corey Smith case that you threatened any witnesses involved?
I know that I did not, but I will tell you the answer is about your lawsuit. I have not read it completely, but I do know that it's based upon falsehoods and mistruths.
Von Zandt says he believes Jeter-Pinder was treated fairly.
Nothing was done to the best of my knowledge that was inappropriate or unethical during the course of the Corey Smith presentation when I represented the state. I cannot speak for what occurred prior to my handling the case.
Von Zandt said that despite the lawsuit's allegations, he was not involved in the case that led to Corey Smith's conviction, just his resentencing. Lett says that he's still trying to serve Von Zandt, who moved out of state. The case can't proceed in federal court until that happens. A Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office deputy who was allegedly the liaison between Jeter-Pinder and the state's attorney's office is also named in the lawsuit. The agency confirmed his employment but had no comment on the lawsuit.